Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, the Brat Pack Tour.
Rubbout 2022.
Queer Spectacle photo exhibit. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And my name is T. We'd like to thank the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations for the honor and privilege to film this episode of Outlook TV on their traditional unceded lands.
Outlook TV is the queer news magazine show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast. We're going to kick it off tonight with one of your stories.
Yeah, I got a little kinky, a little latexy, a little rubbery. Here's Rubbout 2022. Restrictions have lifted, so it's time to slip and slide right into Rubbout 2022. We're catching up with the organizers to find out more about this event, as well as find out what they have in store for future events.
Rubbout 2022 is actually going to be, we're calling it Rubbout 2020 because this is the one that we were supposed to have 2 years ago. At the beginning of late registration, there was a mannequin challenge at Pump Jack where everybody stood still and they filmed it, and it's like the thing on social media to do these days, so they tried that out last night.
Today it's the biggest gear swap we've ever had. I do believe that's because of COVID. I think people have either lost weight or gained weight and decided to clear out the closet, but for as much of it that has been cleared out, it's now being purchased. It's crazy today. It's the best one ever. There's all kinds of accessories, everything from sounds to nipple clamps, steel collars, leather collars. There's puppy tails. There are gloves and gas masks with hoses, all kinds of things. More, and then even books, boots, it just keeps going on. When the puppies came in, it was kind of at first, because I'm a little older, it was kind of at first like, what's going on? But then I realized that it's no different than leather people getting together from the point of view that it's their own community within a community. So they're very welcome. They have really showed us different ways of how to do things because it is a more youthful trend normally.
I got involved a little bit after high school. I'm from a small town in British Columbia, so there's there's not much for rubber where I'm from. So I got into rubber and started attending these style events. This is my passion, right?
What is it about latex that has drawn you to it?
It's the feeling, the look, the sound of it. It's truly amazing. Like, and it's an amazing piece of material. And you put it on, you feel like it's like a second skin. You feel a little bit empowered. You look really good. Everybody looks good in latex. It's amazing to be a part of this community. It really, like, the community sticks together. We're all good. Everybody's so lovely. It's just an amazing, I guess the biggest thing is just take your time at it and just have fun with it. It's just truly an amazing thing to be a part of. This is the community.
Thank you, Rubberman. This is Empress Fancy Pants for Outlook TV.
Our next story takes us to Hamilton to check out the Hamilton AIDS Network.
That organization is doing good and necessary work.
Hello, Canada. I'm Bruno, and today I'm speaking with Tim McClement, Executive Director of the AIDS Network, which serves queer communities in Hamilton, Halton, Haldimand, Norfolk, and Brant, and with Eddie Aranguren, a GBMSM worker with the AIDS Network.
So the AIDS Network is based in Hamilton, but we also serve Halton region and the counties of Haldimand, Norfolk, and Brant that surround us. And basically, we provide prevention, harm reduction, and support programs for people at risk of and living with HIV, hepatitis C, and other related bloodborne infections.
Queer community is one of the most affected, particularly men who have sex with men, gay men, bisexual men, queer men, and also trans men who are into guys. and also trans women. We know that being those communities one of the most affected, we consider our work it's of high impact to them.
In terms of harm reduction programs, we have on site here, we have supplies that we distribute to people that come in who use substances. So those are available here. We see that the benefit of having these kinds of programs, whether it's consumption treatment services or whether it's what we do, providing directly harm reduction supplies, it's just continuing the idea of protecting people. So if you're going to use as safely as possible to prevent the transmission of HIV and hepatitis C, which is what we're about. All our programs are offered sort of across the board, but people who use substances can be from all kinds of communities. So, the LGBT community also is using substances, and because alcohol is one too, and affects a lot of people's choices and risk factors. So it kind of really falls all across the board. Harm reduction, you can apply it to anything we do. Even using a condom is a harm reduction practice.
We don't have places like gay venues in this part of the province. Now we have one club, and also we have a bathhouse for men. So those are the only places where I can go in order to reach out. What I would like to see is the queer community, especially gay men, bisexual men, and queer men, enjoying their sexual lives in a safe way, and not having to be worried about infections.
A big thank you to Tim and Eddie for speaking to us about the important work they do. For more information on the services they offer and for ways in which you could help, visit www.aidsnetwork.ca. For Outlook TV, I'm Bruno, coming to you today from Hamilton.
It's time for us to take a little break.
Great, let's hop on a boat.
Ooh, sounds fun. Hey, you're dressed for it.
Need new shoes though.
I'm Nicholas Sperling, the Flag Shop Social Justice Ambassador, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
We're catching up with Nicholas Sperling and how she's flying the fantastic flag.
We're here at the head office of the Vancouver Flag Shop to look at their new art installation and meet with their social justice ambassador, who is also one of the artists.
Well, my job is sort of varied. It can be anything from creating artwork to helping with our social media, doing outreach with various pride organizations, but I also try to push myself outside of my comfort zone and learn about new social justice issues that I didn't know about in the past, what I can do to be a good ally, and we're trying to accomplish that in a variety of different means, from the artwork on the side of the building, which is related to all sorts of different social justice issues, to creating a social justice podcast, which is a way of us going through various issues, bringing experts on to speak about those issues, to creating a social justice coloring book, which touches on a variety of different issues around the world and gives people the opportunity to sort of fill in the pages and get a sense of what the different issues are and then figure out where they stand on those issues. The flag shop is definitely about more than just flags. I think that's a common misconception. People walk in, they see all these amazing flags everywhere, and they think that that's sort of all that we're about. But we do a lot of printing on fabrics and vinyls and wallpaper and a variety of different things. So different companies will reach out to us, different governments will reach out to us and want to have different promotional materials made up as well. Being hired by the flag shop, they gave me the opportunity to put my artwork on a trans lesbian flag, to create that social justice coloring book that I mentioned, and then also to basically wrap the entire building in my artwork. And I sort of took that responsibility to heart and wanted to create artwork that makes people think and that accomplishes positive change in the world, hopefully. So I decided to make that artwork social justice themed. If you look at the artwork on the side of the building, you'll see themes of environmental change or climate change. You'll see themes of racism and xenophobia and homelessness and the opioid epidemic, and it's all sort of intermingled. So if you look between different windows, sometimes you'll see the themes carry over from one to another. The most obvious one being on the side of the building that runs along Powell Street, you'll see an image of environmental destruction in the bottom with orcas and birds that are attacking an oil tanker, which is dripping oil into the water. And then you'll see the smoke from that tanker coming up and entering into another window off to the left, where you'll see a tree that's falling over, which represents old growth logging, as well as a squirrel that's running up that tree, because these trees and these forests are homes to so many animals, and we're destroying that habitat for them. So it's not necessarily to suggest that something is right or wrong, but rather to provoke people to reflect on these various issues and figure out where they stand on them.
From the Vancouver Flag Shop, this is Gary Wolfader for Outlook TV.
You know what's even niftier than your suit?
Can there be anything?
Well, this story.
Hi, this is Outlook TV, and we're down here at the Easter Car Show at the Planetarium parking lot. And we're going to interview the Car Jockeys. That's Vancouver's gay car club. Let's go talk about lube and oil.
The Car Jockeys Club is a group of gay, lesbian, transgendered, miscellaneous people that just enjoy hanging out with collector cars. We maybe don't fit into the regular mold of the collector car market, but we get together from time to time, or we as a group go to shows all throughout the summer in the Lower Mainland.
It's been an obsession with me ever since I was a little kid, playing with Matchbox cars. And over the years, I've always just wanted one of my own to play with, go cruising in, to look after. My car is a 1966 Pontiac Tempest convertible.
1953 MG. It's called a TD. 54 horsepower. Not too good on the freeway. Doesn't like high speed. I have a 39 12-cylinder Packard Coupe. That's a big car. That's my big car. And another one of these MGs, but unrestored, original condition. And a 31 Model A Ford in original condition.
1992 Honda Beat. It's a JDM product, meaning Japanese domestic market. They're not meant for anywhere else. And it has a tiny little 660cc engine in it. I have a lot of cars called Mitsuokas. They're a coach builder out of Japan, and their thing to do is to take Japanese cars and make them look like old English cars, like Jaguars and Rolls-Royce and Bentley, those kind of things.
She is a 1953 Packard 300 convertible.
And do you have a name for this beauty?
Grace, after Grace Kelly. We also have a 1955 Dodge Mayfair. Her name is Liz, after Liz Taylor.
It's a 1946 Chevrolet half-ton pickup. It was originally from a farm in Lethbridge, Alberta. And they ran it until it died. Then the grandson put it back together again, and a few other people have worked on it over the years.
This is Daihatsu Midget 2 from Japan. It's a unique vehicle, to say the least. A little 3-cylinder Japanese domestic vehicle.
I've been collecting cars since I was about 16 and currently have about 8 of them. I just really love old cars. I like working on old cars, but especially I like to drive them around and just have fun and make people smile. What is it you like about old cars?
My husband, he's happy with the old cars.
Beautiful. From the Car Jockeys Easter Car Show, this is John Crossan for Outlook TV.
We need to take a little break now.
Great, let's hop on a bike.
A bicycle built for two?
Okay, fine.
We're the Brat Pack, and you're watching Outlook TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
We've got a story on some up-and-coming photographers showcasing their styles and photographs of local drag queens.
Well, at Outlook TV, it's me, Ollie, and I'm here at the opening night of A Queer Spectacle, an amazing showcase of local drag artist photography by Ariana Passon, Avery Chase, and Cole Schmidt. Let's go check it out.
Don't ask me. you know it's true. Don't have to tell you.
So A Queer Spectacle is our current photography exhibition to showcase both our work as photographers as well as local drag artists here in Vancouver, BC, where we both live and work.
So I just blend everything together and create this amalgamation of people and create this fun abstract scene. I think that just drag in general is so gargantuan in how it's become, especially over the past like 15 years. And yeah, I just find it's monumental.
Most of my photography is queer performance art, drag being the number one, but Vogue being like a close second. And then what's not seen here is just like queer portraiture, which I think has a big overlap with my other work. The drama of it all, whether it be like the camp or the kind of the theater of it, like it can often be very high energy, it can often be very like touching and emotional. So just being able to capture that or like witness it and be lucky enough to capture it, it's a big deal for me.
So I knew I wanted a balance between black and white and color. So I chose 2 pieces to anchor in black and white, as well as 3 color shots, which I just loved from the beginning, even before they hit an editing process. So to be able to blow them up large and put them on the walls was really exciting. It's important to both myself and the other photographers exhibiting here today because we are all members of the LGBTQ+ community, and drag is one of the pillar art forms of our community that is just starting to go mainstream. So being able to display the work and the images of members of our community before they hit it big time is really great, to be able to show the world that drag is not just Drag Race or any of the other reality TV shows, but a very local queer art.
Make sure that you follow all of these amazing artists on Instagram. For Outlook TV, this is Ollie in his van.
Let's go to celebrities in Vancouver and check out the Brat Pack.
You better catch them before they become international stars.
We're here in Vancouver with the cast of Brat Pack, finishing up their cross-Canada tour. Let's see what the girls have to say about their experiences on the road.
So Brat Pack has been a group in Vancouver since 2015, started by Jane Smoker. It's gone through a bunch of different iterations over the years. Different people have come and gone. And then now it is us 3, the alumni from Canada's Drag Race, and we are touring across Canada as the Brat Pack.
Drag Race itself is such a phenomenon, and for each one of us to get on, that is just a huge pat on the back, and it's a huge, check mark on our bucket lists and our dreams. And the fact that we all got to do it together was just so mind-blowing, and even more dreams come true. And again, just leading to what we're doing now, I don't think any of us would be able to do what we're doing if it wasn't for all 3 of us kind of having this experience at the same time. So we're so grateful, we feel so lucky, and I'm with my girls.
The show, we were all experiencing, COVID-19, isolation, seeing no one. And so now, after the show airing, getting to go to all these different cities in the country, it's been so beautiful to meet people IRL.
We've been rehearsing for quite a few months now. We've had weekly or bi-weekly rehearsals, 8 to 11 hours a day, really hustling down. I mean, at this point, this is our full-time job. Drag is what we live and breathe every single day. So it's been so amazing to be able to put all of that time and effort into our #1 passion project, which is Brat Pack. Yeah.
Oh my God, We could not be happier to be ending this leg of the tour in our hometown. It is so special. Like Kendall said, we've been doing this since 2015, and now to be on this elevated platform with new fans and loved ones and family here, it's going to be a party.
Yes, it's going to be an emotional party.
It's going to be so emotional. We've been doing all these shows. We've been practicing. Everything is down to a T. This is going to be the most phenomenal show.
Tell us what your favorite experience is.
Newfoundland, St. John's. Yeah. I found a little part of my heart there. It's something. It reminds me of Vancouver because it's on a coast, but then it reminds me of my hometown of Peterborough because it's a little smaller, slower paced, and I just feel like everyone's so welcoming there. I kissed the cod, which is a tradition in St. John's. You literally kiss a fish. It was just so beautiful. That was definitely a highlight.
More drag!
That we're trying to take this tour to as many cities and countries as we possibly can, and just sort of continuing on as best friends doing literally what we love every single time, and that kind of is the joy of Brat Pack, is it doesn't really feel like work no matter what we're doing.
What an amazing show. This is Emperor Victor for Outlook TV in Vancouver.
Alas, that is all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but we'll be back with another fabulous outfit by T very soon.
And while you're choosing your outfit to watch our next show, why don't you consider joining us on all our social medias, or even better yet, become a volunteer with us.
And you can try to outdress T. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And my name is T.
Stay safe, Canada.